What's up, squad? Long time no see. Took a little bit of a hiatus on YouTube because wasn't sure the direction I wanted to take it, and as well as time and effort. But today is a new day, and I wanted to take the time to discuss a bit about why YouTube and the goals with it, and the goals with basically the whole thing. I'm going to be using basically YouTube as kind of a journal for myself, and if it can create value at the same time for, well, all of you guys and girls, then the goal would be completed. As this is going to be a bit of a reflection of the words I wish I knew when I was younger. So insights as to new mentalities, running businesses, training, vlogs, whatever it can be. So see this as an introduction video. Do I think that my YouTube channel is going to be popping off? No. If it does, great. But I mean, obviously the goal is long term, is going to pop off. But like today, I have no script. I'm just going off piff. I'm currently at the restaurant right now, as you can see. And today is a little bit slower than the usual. So, hey, I have time. Why not be productive? So I want to talk a bit about goals and the journey I want you all to follow me with. So the goal obviously is, well, the restaurant. So the restaurant, give you a bit of background, it's been 45 years it's open, the one in Trois-Rivières, this is the first location, Three Rivers. Mom bought it about 12, 13 years ago. We're currently 2025, August 29th. So she bought it about 45 years ago. She bought it about 12 years ago, and I've been in the restaurant ever since. So long story short, the founders sold it to her, and after 12 years of working in it, well, I decided to see with my mom if we could open a second one. Actually, the real story is I came back from Japan, and that was 6 years ago. And man, I hit a big depression. So I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. The thought of living the same day over and over didn't really excite me. And I wanted to make it on my own in a way. I would say I do have a bit of my mom's help in all of this. She does guide me, she does mentor me somewhat. And the opportunities I do have, I do have to be grateful, even though I did work for them. She did not give me any shares of the companies. I did buy them all. She still was supportive in, let's say, opening up the second restaurant, because if it was for her, it wouldn't have happened. But I need a new challenge, and opening up a new restaurant was, well, first off, I wanted to move in Montreal, another big city, because I felt Trois-Rivières was a little bit slow paced. Great place though, for a little bit of a slower mornings type of stuff. But I wanted to, get on the grind. I was 22 at that time, and I just wanted to move, start making money, start doing stuff, start dating girls, start, etc. And, well, moved to Montreal. Now I'm skipping. During COVID, before COVID, we bought the building. After COVID, we renovated it fully. Then, blah, blah, blah. A couple of years later, finally opened it. Now it's been a year and 8 months it's been open. Since 2024, February 29th. And now, well, the restaurant is going good. Wish it was going better, but have to be patient. I got some employees, most of them part-time, well, all of them part-time, to be honest. One of them is doing about 20, 25 hours a week. The rest are like doing about 6 hours a week, give or take. And my girlfriend and I, obviously. And, well, I need to figure out how to make more people come. So I bought actually the book of Alex Hormozi. Gonna be reading that. $100 million money models. So I want to try that out. And up to now, a lot of trial and error, but the restaurant is doing okay for sub 2 year, and for a sub 2 year business, doing okay. I try to take part as much as I can in the community. That seems to help. Schools in the area, obviously, it is a bit of a rougher neighborhood in terms of people with the money, but they're still very awesome clients, and I love them all. So, great bunch of clients, but like we're not in Griffintown or Westmount. That's what I mean. No shade on anybody here, okay? Other than that, what I wanted to talk about a bit was, but going back on the fact of the after the depression, etc. Wanted to get into the businesses and stuff like that. Didn't want to be a man child anymore. Being a single child, a lot of stuff was, given to me, and kind of woke up, wanted to actually work for what I had, and obviously the goal for the restaurant is, shit. Eventually, if it could be making $1 billion in revenue a year, I'd be really happy with it. The goal also is franchising. That's the goal of the restaurant. Is I want to make franchises to help achieve that goal. As if you recall in one of my Instagram posts, it was about setting goals, actually have actionable steps towards it. And the actionable step I can see towards it right now is franchising. So I am one person. My mom isn't really taking part in the new projects as much as she does want to retire, slowly but surely. And I'm taking more and more responsibility for things like that. But all is good. I'm happy to have a bit more pressure, and as it's a privilege. As Sebum says, pressure is a privilege. And, just shit, make it work. But yeah, so we're working on the systems of operations manual for franchising. Will it be done necessarily this year or next year? Starting the franchises, we shall see. Obviously, I'm not going to replicate a restaurant that is not making mad money. I will wait until this restaurant most likely makes some good amount of money in profit. Then afterwards, we'll replicate and copy paste it, be able to sell it, because the financial reports will show, hey, this is obviously a good business for you to buy. I am thinking of doing the first couple of franchises with no franchise fee, just to get it off the ground, for people to have the incentive of actually, hey, I'll buy this restaurant instead of a McDonald's or a Bustan or whatever, because the franchising is a little lower. The fees of the franchising is lower. There actually is no franchise fee. And afterwards, it's just really we're going to be building something with them. It's always cool to be part of something that's starting new, and at the same time, hey, if the value of the business goes up and the franchisees make more and more money, I mean, it's a good return on investment, that's for sure. But the goals as well is shit. Like, those are the restaurant goals. My personal goals, though, is, man, I want to be mad rich, But money is just numbers in the bank account. What I want to be able to do is have total freedom, to the sense of being able to go on vacation, not stressing for my kids, let's say, fees for a private school, be able to own a nice house, not necessarily be cramped in an apartment. For the moment, I'm A-okay. I mean, it's just my girlfriend and I have enough room. To be honest, it's actually better, because I don't like cleaning, so I don't want her to be stuck with all of it necessarily of a big house, But having nice cars, I like cars. Cars are something I really want to be able to collect eventually. Go to the track, doing track days, having free time at the gym, or having a home gym actually. I would love to do that as well. But it all takes work. And I have to be able to see what my work output limit is. As for the moment, let's say today, came back from the gym fucking tired. And I got a little emotional, because I'm constantly tired. I don't know if it's a medical condition or what, because I sleep 8 hours a night. I got a CPAP. I eat good, I'm healthy and active. And maybe it's just too much pressure I put on myself. I compare myself a lot. And if you guys also do that, we gotta stop. Because our chapter 1, 2, 3, 8, we can't compare it to somebody else's chapter 20, 50, whatever, you know? And everybody starts somewhere at a different time frame and different position, different context. So it's very hard to compare ourselves when you think about it through it's apples and oranges, you know? You just gotta be able to have a goal and take the steps you can. And even if you don't have it all figured out, you'll figure it out as on the way there. There's actually a nice story about a boy. I'm probably gonna butcher it a bit, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, at least you'll get the gist of it. It's a boy in a forest with a horse, and they're in a dense forest, and they can't see the way out of the forest. So the boy's like, man, I don't know where to go. I don't know what to do. The horse says, can you see your next step? The boy says, yes. So the horse just says, take that. If you can see your next step, you just take your next step. And then you see the next step afterwards, and then boom, 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 boom. And then the next thing you know, you're out of the forest. I just gotta be able to implement that thinking into my daily actions, my daily thoughts, not be so negative about my current position. As to be honest, I'm in a great position, you know, 27, part of some 2 companies that are, you know, are bringing in some good amount of money. Not necessarily having that money in my pockets at the moment, but that's okay. I'm reinvesting it. I don't need Rolexes and stuff like that. Like it's all candy on top, you know. If I do eventually, awesome. If I don't, whatever. Like, but it would be nice to have. Like, the goal is obviously to be able to have freedom through the sense of do what I want when I want, buy what I want when I want. Not necessarily because I'll be buying everything, but like, shit, I want a Bugatti Chiron. Like, do you know how fucking cool those things are? Like, holy shit, you know? Or a 488 GEB, or a Lamborghini Revuelto, or a F40. Ferrari's F40s. Like, I'm a car nut. I love cars, you know? I love cars. But it's also talking about manifestation. Like the other week, last week, I went to Ferrari. Sat down in some cars, you know, just trying to really visualize myself being in them. And to be honest, it's like, yes, okay, 400 grand for a car is a lot, but when you think about it, all you need is the capital. Because I looked at the way it was financed, and as long as you have the capital, at the end of your lease or whatever, you sell it, and you only lose, let's say, 20 grand on it on 3 years, it's like $1,000 a month that you spend on your car. Which is basically, if you want to buy yourself a new Tesla or whatever, it's all like gonna be about $1,000 a month. Obviously, there's insurances and stuff like that. But the guy told me he sold 130 Ferraris this last year. It's like, what the hell? Like, there's so many rich people out there. There's so much money. I remember when I went to Miami, I went to the club for my 25th birthday. Shout out to mom that actually brought me. I remember when we left, the number of Rolls Royces, Ferraris, McLarens outside the club at 4 a.m. What the fuck? Sorry for my language, but actually, like, what the hell, man? That's a lot of, like, money everywhere. Just gotta be able to have the skill sets to attract it. And that's where I'm like, sometimes a little bit jumbled, is I don't know the skills I need, you know? And in conclusion, basically, it's chill out, take the next step you see, have goals, and just work towards it without going to a point where you want to just off yourself because of all the pressure you do. You have to also be able to take a downtime, which is something I struggle with. Is I always have to be active doing something, or else I feel guilty. That's another issue for another video. Anyways, 15 minutes talking head. If you watched it till the end, hopefully you took some value. If you didn't, well, you're not seeing this part of the video anyways. Regardless, love you all. And stay tuned for the journey, because this is only part one of, well, hopefully a long ass series with a great outcome and actually getting it, you know? How cool would it be for you guys to see the journey of actually a company starting from, I don't know, X number of amount of a year, which is, like, I'm not going to divulge the financials of the company at the moment, but like from going from basically a family-owned corporation to something that's going to be quite big and bring in $1 billion in revenue a year, or anyways, fingers crossed. I'm glad to be part of this journey with you guys, you know? And if you want to comment your own thoughts and processes, your own struggles, your own goals, put them down in the comments below. I would be more happy than doing eventually a Q&A, actually, because shit, all we really have is each other, people. So take care, love you all, keep maxing, and just fucking go for it, people. Go for your goals. All right, peace out.